debut's been announced, and I spoke to you at the launch press conference when you just been signed. You said you really, really wanted to box in Ireland or something. So. One of your dreams come true already.
Yeah. So I didn't know, did I? I was like, Eddie, hey, can I get on that Crocker card? And he went, yeah, you're on it. I went, what? He was like, yeah, you're on it. I was like, I'm going to need loads of tickets. He was like, Sam, we got 20,000 to sell, no problem. I was like, yes. And one of my bucket list was to always fight in the motherland, and I'm getting that opportunity to do so. So I am fucking buzzing.
Yeah. And you've obviously chosen Danny, who I know very well as your coach. Just what was, a lot of people go for maybe like the high profile coaches. Why did you go with Danny Williams?
Danny's coached me from being an amateur MMA. The first day I walked into the MMA gym, he was teaching the boxing in the class, and he trained me for a world title, he's trained me for lots of MMA fights in the UFC, and he understands my mindset. And he knows how to push, he knows how to get the best and the worst out of me. He knows when to say, go home today, just go home. He knows when I ask for more, no. Like I asked for more and more rounds of sparring, no. And then the other day he was like, can I? He said, you can have 2 more. I was like, oh. So he knows when's the right time, and he's a fucking fantastic coach. So why would I just have to go to a well-known coach just to get ripped off? Probably like to have to pay a higher percentage when they haven't put the work in. So if I'm going to give anyone the percentage of my earnings, it's going to be someone who's been with me since I was an amateur boxer. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Obviously you were an amateur boxer. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to talk about maybe the decision, because you won the ABAs with Golden Gloves, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Why did you choose the MMA route and not the boxing route back then?
So when you win the national championships, that's like your route to England, isn't it? And like getting on the national team and stuff. And when they was doing the squads for the podium and for everything for the Olympics, my weight wasn't added to it. So you had a family member who ended up winning gold, so I wouldn't have obviously fought that here. And then you had Tasha Jonas, and I've seen size difference in us. Or you had Nicola Adams, and I wasn't hitting 52 kilo, and I wasn't hitting 61. Like, I'll fight at 55 day before. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I couldn't do these weights. So it was like, what do I do? So I went to uni, and just in my last year at uni, that's how I just stumbled upon MMA. But yeah, how different my life could have been. I could have been nothing in boxing. I could have not been good enough. I could have not had that. I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't ready for it all then. And I got to learn in boxing. I got to learn in the MMA how to be ready for when I start boxing.
I suppose as well, the opportunities to go professional were very different back then as well.
You had Jane Couch, that was it. Like in England, it was illegal for you to even train, like to fight, do you know what I mean? So there was nothing.
Yeah. Would you say what Katie Taylor's done is massively down to the opportunities now that women are getting?
100%. I think the world's just opened its eyes, but it needs people to like wipe that out your eye there, lads. Do you know what I mean? And she was the catalyst for it. And there's a load of unsung heroes and women who have like beat doors down, but hers was like when the pressure was on, and squeaky bum time, she fucking came through when she had to fight like in Ireland on that card. Who was the fighter? Was it Lewis Crocker's sister? She ended up fighting in the first sanctioned boxing fight. Just like all these big moments, she just didn't fumble the ball. Do you know what I mean? So
now your own boss is coming into boxing, Dana White. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to get your take on that. Do you think what he did in the UFC, you can do something similar in boxing?
If there's one thing I can say about that man is do not rule him out of doing anything he says. We was in a world where MMA fighting, I was like, what is that? Do you know, boxing pugilist over here. And I fucking ended up working for him. Do you know what I mean? Anything he plans to do, he will do at the highest order. I do think he's on his way out of MMA. I think he's starting to set up. He's taken backward steps. He's not at as many fights anymore. he's a setting up hunter to be able to take over from him, and he can't do boxing. He's like, fighters have to fight to live. He has to make the best fight cards to live. Do you know what I mean? And I think he just wants to clean up boxing. There's too much corruption in it. He's just going to try and find a way that makes like one true belt and just let everyone fight out there.
Do you think that's the right way to go? Because I think I spoke to Eddie a few weeks ago, and he was, maybe it's all about control and ownership for them. In boxing, it's a little bit different with the governing bodies. I
watched the same interview actually, and he was just kind of saying that won't work because there's too many people getting involved, too many promoters, too many managers, this, that and the other. He'll find a way to do whatever he wants, and you can see Eddie's point of view, and you could also see that might be rattles him a little bit, so that's why he's responding that way with that, because it's the unknown. Sorry, but I don't think that is the solution to it. There needs to be a fairer way for it all, for everyone, because it's not fair for your pros turning over after sell like fucking 300 tickets and then pay for their opponents just to fight. It's like, how are you supposed to be a pro boxer and have a full-time job? And like, there's just a lot. It's just a tough game to be in. It's like, you're not in it for the money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How have you found the difference from working with Dana to now working with her?
I didn't really have much of I'd only speak to Dana at the events, whereas I feel like it's more personable with Eddie. Haven't dealt with him yet on a fight week, so I'll let you know after.
Yeah, with the UFC, there's a lot. I think the main thing that fighters are bothered about is the pay scale compared to boxing. Like, boxers are paid a hell of a lot more.
Are they though?
True, actually, but you're the right person.
Well, the undisputed champions and the champions 100% are, but are they?
Yeah.
Like, this is like the media likes to say this a lot, but what Dana said is like, I've got 2,000 athletes that I have to pay, and they all have to fight 3 times a year contractually. And how much do you pay one of your pros who's doing 4 rounds? And how much is my pro who's fighting 3 rounds? We only fight 3 rounds, so how much are they getting? And when you look it up, is it that different? And when you see some of the perks, we'd have nutritionists, strength and conditioning plans, strength and conditioning coaches, a performance institute that you can come and train at for free physio, free food on fight week, all your weight cuts taken care of, or your hydration, or your meals are done, your travel sorted. It's like that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And you haven't got to pay them to go and put a bid in for a fight, or I haven't got to give that promoter this much to fight for that. It's a lot into it. It's all the ugly side of the sport that I don't like, but I'm just in it to just try and win a fight and just get a belt. That's it, to be honest.
Yeah. What do you for you personally, would you rather that one belt concept for you, or are you happy to be in this like rankings for the four recognised titles?
I think the more belts the better. Not the more belts, because you don't want to dilute the sport, but in terms of how many people do boxing compared to MMA, for you to get the belt, if there's only one, there is one pure true champion, but there's still going to be a way of corruption to be able to get that person to the top anyway. So why can't you have a few more belts and give more people a chance and get more people active? And you only get to do this for this long of your life, so if more people can take part in sport and have a chance to win, then that's better, isn't it?
You see MVP really pushing the women's game, and they're trying to almost do a kind of similar thing with Dana, but with the women's boxing. Was there ever an offer for you to go that direction?
I didn't speak to them. I just wanted to go with Eddie.
Yeah. How come? What was the...
I think it's a lot of MVPs doing brilliant work for women in sport, but I'm at a part in my life where I've got businesses in the city. I'm trying to settle down my life. I'm on like a way to start having kids with my partner. So it's like, what works best for me actually, and what's more safe for me, and someone who I trust, who I know's got like tried and tested, like version, what's the word? He's tried and battle tested if he knows how to make champions and he can take them there in the UK. And if I want to go abroad, then I've got my visa to do that. So it's just like, it makes sense for me. I know the Matchroom staff, I'm friends with them. It's like, that's how the UFC was for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to always have to fight in America and lose fucking 40% or 50% of my wages to tax over there, tax over here, then giving you money out, and it's just a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is bantamweight still the plan? I think you said you were going to have your debut at super bantam, and then you were going
whatever, 122 pounds is that bantam.
Super bantam, I think.
So me first 5 or 6 would be super bantam, and then I'll drop to bantam for titles. Well, 10 rounders.
Has Chanika Johnson got all 4 belts of bantamweight? I'm pretty sure.
This is really bad, I don't know. Until I'm like there, it doesn't matter. She could retire by the time I get there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
Where's she from?
Australia. So yeah, well, you've only got one person to aim for.
There you go, yeah. There you go.
No, thank you so much for
no problem.
your time.
Thanks, lads.
Appreciate it.